How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video. And if my eyes are a little glassy or like I'm slurring a little bit, I just rolled out of bed. It is 6:20 in the morning. We're going to Cars and Coffee. We're taking the Supra to Cars and Coffee. I haven't been to a Cars and Coffee in quite some time. The last car meet I went to was the super epic wild Voodoo art show, Voodoo Navarro art show / car show. That was super cool. But I figured it's a nice Saturday. My girl has plans with her family. Let's take the Supra to a car meet. We're going to go with Eric and his Porsche GT3. And I think we're linking up with someone else. Not sure who. But we're going to go check out some cars. Still completely dark out. Which is, yeah, I haven't been up this early in quite some time. Like, it's currently 55 degrees out. You guys can't even see me. I love this camera. Like, the sky is pitch black. Pitch black. And you guys, besides, I mean, I guess my garage light is on. I'm still half asleep. I'm not even thinking right. Whatever. Let's get an actual cold start on the Supra. Luckily, luckily we had it in the garage because all of the car windows are just frosted over. And this car doesn't have a heater. So, she's already kind of nice and toasty, thankfully, because of the garage. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's turn on. What time is it? Do I want to turn it on yet? Yeah, let's turn it on. Alright, I'm going to let the car warm up for a second, and then we're going to head over and link up with Eric and his GT3. I have the 360 camera. I'll mount it inside in case along the way someone wants to run it, but it's 6 in the morning. I don't think many people are going to be up this early, unless they're going to Cars and Coffee, that is. So we'll just see along the way. All right, we got here. I was gonna do a lap first and then record, but we gotta record this first. This has to be the first one. This is easily one of my dream cars. Easily. If I could sell my whole fleet and buy one car, I would buy this. This is the car I would buy. I don't care if it's not the fastest. I don't care if my Supra and my Mustang would destroy it. This is what I would buy. The Ford GT, in my opinion, is one of the nicest looking cars ever, especially this generation. Like, the newer one is great too, but this is just so like retro, old school, but modern at the same time. Like, it's exactly what Ford was trying to do with the S197, but just on a grander scale. Like, oh my god, the black and silver too. Just, oh god, look at the ducks. I'm gonna hold my camera with two hands on here. The interior, let's see. Hopefully the lens can see inside. God, I wonder if it's unlocked. No, I'm joking. The supercharger right there. Oh my god, it's so fucking sweet. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the greatest cars that Ford has ever made, and maybe even any car ever. F-U Enzo. Oh, that's so fucking hard. That is so fucking hard. I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah, I would sell a kidney, my stomach, my heart. I would sell everything. Alright, I just saw this C8 Corvette park, and it's got the ugliest fucking wing I've ever seen. I'm just going to be completely frank with you guys. The wheels are alright. We'll get to the wing in a second. What wheels are these? A13 three-piece wheels. Not bad. Z51. And look at that wing. Jesus Christ. Got a little arrow up front. Let's look at the wing. It looks like somebody took the factory wing and just pried up the edges. It's quick. All right, if I see you on the freeway, I'll give you the hit. We'll see how quick it really is, but that wing is something else. Seeing it cruise, it looks like, you know, an eagle with his wings open, and it's not a compliment. It just looks so weird. It's so curvy. This car has such hard lines. It should just, like, if you want to have like a wing that has like a little dip, just do it. But it doesn't have to curve like a fucking bowl. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too dramatic. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Everything else I think is fine. I mean, I could live with everything else. I'm just not a huge fan of the wing, but it ain't my car, so who gives a shit? When this crowd moves, I'll go record these. We got a couple cool cars. Boosted, old, I don't think it's a Bel Air, I don't know what it is, but then an old Mercury with LS2. Actually, we'll go get this right now. This is pretty hard. LS2 in the old Mercury. God, look at these little windows. So just like gangster vibes. Either that or LA Noire. I love that game. I never finished it, but I loved it. It's surprising because it's such a clean looking Mercury, and then like the swap. One would think that you would keep it all original, but I appreciate the LS2 swap. One thing that I really like, I'll show you in a second, is the intake goes into the fender, so it's like an actual functional cold air intake. I'm just not trying to get everyone's shot. Everyone's trying to take photos. But yeah, look at the LS2. Intake goes into the fender there, but yeah, very cool swap. I don't think you're hooking, but maybe with the 5,000 pound car you might be. Another car wanted to show you guys. We got the drag Beetle here. You know, you might just see the paint job and be like, oh, you know, this is a weird retro Beetle, but no, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. I can't see what motor is in here. I wouldn't even know what I'm looking at. There's probably something cool in there, but I really can't get any visual on it. Maybe someone can tell. But we got the little drag wing. We got big old tires in the back. We got skinnies up front. Definitely a fun little drag car. And I'm sure it's pretty rowdy too. I mean, you got to imagine how light this thing is. Oh god, look at that. The pedal setup, I forget how weird they look, but yeah, the Volkswagen pedals just look so odd. Giant tachometer, but the nitrous is fire. Here, I'll show you this one really quick. Supercharged, maybe a small block. The heads look kind of small, but I mean, supercharged, Magnuson supercharged. Interior, super mint. Everything is just tied together, just looks super clean. We didn't see a heat exchanger, so I'm really curious on how that thing gets cooled. But one thing that's interesting is it is shaft driven, so you got two belts. You got a belt up front and a belt in the rear, but the work on it is just flawless. It looks super clean. Obviously he's not doing no highway runs in it, but yeah, great looking fun show car. I like it when they're built. I mean, like a stock looking build or a stockish build kind of like this is cool too, but when they're built underneath the hood as well, and they got like the candy paint job and everything, I mean, that's how I would do it, you know? I'm not a super anal, all original guy. I like that. Jesus. Model, oh my god, no, it's a Bentley. Mother of God. Jesus. I was like, oh, we got like a Model T or something, but no, it's a fucking Bentley. I don't know if I could squeeze through here. I'm a little thick. Damn. God, oh my god. It's like a plane. It's legit like a plane inside. This is interesting. I'm trying to see the motor and shit, but I don't want to get too close. This thing's probably worth more than my life. And I wouldn't blame him. If I touch it wrong or if I accidentally trip, you know, take my life, it's fine. Damn, is the whole cabin like leather wrapped? Only by the finest cows. No nut space in there, you know? Damn, the shifter's on the floor. You gotta shift like damn near between your legs. I don't know if you guys could see it right there. That's fucking cool. Couple Porsches. I think this is a GT3 RS right here. Green on green. A little bit too much green, but he's got green in his wallet, so it's okay with me. Yeah, that's a lot of green. That's a little bit too much. You got the green around the wheel, the green on the center caps. I mean, green on the door, green on the seat, green stitching. That's a lot of green. Let me squeeze through here. I'm grabbing my key. See, this is good car guy etiquette. You hold your lanyard and anything else that's like loose, so you can walk by the car. But yeah, this is probably quite the driving experience. It's probably really fun. You probably don't even notice how much green you have. Damn, green seatbelts too. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's glistening in the sun, but it's just green fucking everywhere. Green, okay, this is a little bit too much green now. Green AC vents. Let me get that on camera. Green AC vents. Green bezels, green stripes. There's a lot of green. A lot of green. If you like green, this is the car for you. Not very often you see another 12C. This one has dealer plates and stuff. But yeah, this is, if I could choose a color from factory, this would be one of the options that I would choose. I don't know what they call it, but it's like a Fury Orange or something. It looks great, but let's see the different options compared to mine. Let me see what year it is. I could just, oh, it's a 12. Yeah, it's a 2012. Carbon interior package. He's got the Alcantara on the dash and on the seats. It is nice looking. It does look nice. I do like that. He's got the carbon on the door, carbon mirrors. It's nice. I do like it. I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to find one with like the extra little carbon, just because, in my opinion, it's not that big of a difference. But he also has the, I mean, you can just buy that, but it's like a little carbon front lip cover. He's oxidizing just like mine, and he's got the yellow stitching. So, yeah, he's got a couple more packages than mine, but looks really good. Looks clean. It's like maybe the only other 12C I've seen in like 6 months. So that's nice to see out here. Nice to see another 12C rolling around. I do love that color though. That fucking, it's got quite the metallic in it. That's real nice. I do like that color. Maserati MC20. Okay. I'm trying not to record all the basic cars, you know, like there's a C8 Corvette right here. I'm trying not to record that, but the Maserati? Damn, look at those exhaust tips. Sorry, I'm going hiking really quick for you guys. Damn. I'm not a huge Maserati fan. Like, I think most of their cars are junk, but the MC20, I mean, this is just like a whole nother level. It's almost giving me like, I know this is a bit of a stretch, but 918 Spider vibes. Just kind of the taillight orientation and just the kind of shape of the whole rear half of the car. If I squint and punch myself in the balls, it's kind of like a 918 Spider. And that's one of my favorite cars of all time. So I'll stretch anything to make it look like that. Let's see the interior. Looks good. I mean, it looks like just like an Android dash kind of, but it looks good. I like this one. Big brakes, not carbon ceramics, but I love the look of the MC20. Looks great. Great looking car. Well, if this isn't the Roblox car itself. Okay, let's look at the rear. Let's start there. The boxiest car of all time. What was BMW thinking? What were they thinking? The last gen M2 looked fucking perfect in my opinion. This Roblox fucking Minecraft car. Jeez, man, why is it so hard on the edges? This is a rapper's worst nightmare. This thing looks like a fucking pain in the ass to wrap. The color's cool, and like the taillight's cool, but like the taillight, in my opinion, doesn't fit the car. It looks like an aftermarket taillight. It just doesn't match the body lines at all. Super weird. I would think that it would be like more boxy. The wheels are fine. Yeah, my only complaint is just like the body lines. Let me get my shadow out of it. Oh my god, I'm literally like falling off this fucking mountain for you guys, but yeah, that's I don't know. I'm still not a fan of it. Let's see the front end. It's kind of a crowd of people, but squeeze through here. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. It's too boxy. I loved the last gen M2. I'll throw in a photo just so you guys could see, you know, exactly what they changed and where they fucked up, but I think you guys will all agree that the last gen looks better. But let me know. Am I the oddball here? I don't think so, though. This is rare. Split window Corvette. This is rare. I know this is rare. I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to, like, vets, but I know split window is rare. Let's see the interior. The interior looks fucking clean. Back when cars had style. Oh, everything is so just nice and symmetrical, and I mean, you got 3 pods on one side, 3 pods on the other, perfectly symmetrical down the middle. 4-speed. Yeah, back when cars were more than just mass-produced shit boxes. I'm starting to sound like a fucking hipster. All right, nothing in this row super interesting. This is interesting. We've seen this at a meet before though, so I think the last time we came to this meet we saw this car. Yeah, because he had the drag wheels and everything. Still really cool. Old Corolla with a turbo, whatever this is. 3TC turbo. No filter, though. Shame on you. Need to put a filter on that bad boy. Yeah, you need a filter on it. That's unforgivable. Unforgivable. Saw this thing roll in. Sounded really good rolling in. It looked good as well. I saw he had like the embroidered ponies on the interior. They look nice. They look real nice. Okay. Interior setup is looking good. Oh, I see is that a Sniper EFI over there? Okay, I see a little screen over there. So we've got some modernization. We've got little bezels on the rear lights, which actually I think works since he has the black stripes. Looks really nice. One thing that me and Eric can both agree on is older cars with low pro tires like this, in my opinion, it doesn't look right. If you got big brakes underneath, like this one, man, I wouldn't say they're big. You could definitely fit more tire back there, but if you had big brakes, then I would get it. But these, although they are big for the car, they're not massive by any means. You could definitely, what size are these? These are 17s. Yeah, you can go to like a 16, maybe even a 15 in the rear, have that like drag look. But I mean, it's nice. It still is cool. You can see the Sniper EFI right there a little bit better, maybe. I have a really wide angle on it, but yeah, underneath the hood, I mean, if the badges are correct, it's a 347. A lot of wiring. Not something you typically see on these older builds like that. But I mean, it's cool. The RPM gauge down by his dick is a little odd, but yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. Audi R8 fitment as flush as possible. Might even be a little bit too flush. Looks like it's rubbing a little bit. Yellow headlights. Is it a wrap? It is indeed a wrap. I can see it in the corner right here. So, racing stripes on an Audi actually doesn't look half bad. Not gonna lie, doesn't look half bad. Usually, I think racing stripes is more of like an American thing, but doesn't look bad. Now, however, are they centered? They look pretty centered. I don't know. For a second, they didn't look centered. One thing that I think is funny is he's got his favorite loadout in Call of Duty on his side skirt, SMG. He must be a rusher. MFR Engineering. This wing is very odd. This is some custom Billy Bob garage shop wing. It doesn't look bad, but on an R8, it looks a little odd. I don't hate it, but on an R8, it looks a little odd. It's also pulling his wrap a little bit just from the vibrations and shit. I gotta see if my boy Eric approves of this. He's the... Oh, that's what that was. That started. It was the GT. Ooh. Didn't sound all that crazy, but I mean, I doubt he's straight piping that shit. Anyways, yeah, I gotta see what my boy Eric thinks about that. It's a little odd in my opinion. I think the funniest thing I've heard is one of these 12-year-olds. They were talking about the 300ZX. Oh, okay, that sounded good. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Maybe because it is behind me and the mic is facing me. Anyways, 12-year-old was looking at the 300ZX. Very clean, by the way. I like the duct work and what are these, Advan wheels? Nismo wheels. Anyways, he was looking at it and he was like, this car's kind of weird because I know it's from Japan, but the steering wheel's on the left, which is throwing me off. I think he thinks every Nissan and Toyota is right-hand drive from, I guess, factory, but yeah, it's 12-year-olds. Like, whenever I see these, I always think like, damn, they're so thick, but it's really not that big of a car. It's pretty normal. I would never own one just because of the issues with them, but it's a great looking car. All right, let's see what's in this aisle. We have Huracan, a lot of Porsches. What is this classic over here? What is this classic? So this thing looks like a twin centrifugal supercharged 427. That is not something you see ever. Twin turbo maybe, but not twin centrifugals. Especially like on a 427. Look at the intake. You got intake for both sides coming out of the firewall. You have two centrifugals. Jesus. Two air ducts that go into the fenders. If it was on like a lighter car, this thing would probably move pretty fucking good. It's still a badass build, but damn, man, twin centrifugals. I need to find Eric and see if he's seen this yet. This is crazy. Look at the belts. The belts look gnarly. Twin centrifugals. But yeah, that's probably how you would look after a pole. It's super long. I bet even on this fucking boat, it's probably pretty rowdy. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. GT2 RS. I know everyone's wet over the GT3 RS, but GT2 is more powerful. I'd go GT2, you know, if I could afford it, which I can't, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, GT2 RS in what is this, like a bluish gray? With my sunglasses, it just looks black, but yeah, it's like a bluish gray. Oh, it's even got paint matched wheels. I just noticed that in the light. Cage setup. It's nice. It's a nice looking car.
Yeah, that's definitely garage. That's a garage wing.
What do you think? Would you rock it?
Like, you know, but I've envisioned him making it out of cardboard first.
Yeah.
And then just bending it up, but I don't know, man.
Like on a fucking like Mustang it might work, but R8 demands a little bit more.
Oh, the shit you see out there, man. That is something else. Okay. All right.
Might be semi-functional. I mean, I wonder if it moves.
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, we ain't touching it.
It's got to be metal, though, right?
Those kids look 12.
Dude, seriously.
Before we leave, take a look at something I have yet to see in person. We got the off-road Lambo Huracan here. Got the little rally lights up front. Looks kind of goofy. We got the plastic-looking flares. I mean, I guess for an off-road car, I was going to say, why don't they make them carbon? But, I mean, yeah, you're going to be shooting rocks. It kind of makes sense. Plastic cover, a little duct. Can't see the engine, sadly. But, yeah, off-road Lamborghini Huracan. I have yet to see one of these in person, and I mean, it just looks like a normal car, actually. Like, the ride height isn't that high. Like, I don't know how much off-roading you're really going to be doing, but I'm sure Whistling Diesel will get his hand on one and do something stupid with it. So he'll put it through the ringer. We'll see. But, yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. I bet the interior's still super suede out. Yep, there you go. Still got the Huracan interior, so that is interesting to say the least. Very interesting. Hey, at least with this one, you don't got to worry about going over curbs. Sort of. You don't got to worry about rock chips, sort of. I would just PPF what's not plastic, and maybe even what is plastic, because that'll get chewed up real quick if you're actually doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting. All right, we're back at the house, and honestly, that was a good little turnout. I like going to different cars and coffees instead of the same ones, because typically, if you go to the same ones, it's just common sense. You kind of see the same fucking build. So going to different ones is pretty sweet because we see different ones. Didn't expect to see a Ford GT today. Super happy. Saw that. That old Bentley was badass. The off-road Huracan was sick. Just a whole lot of cool cars. A lot less crowded too. And very little shit boxes, as we saw. I don't even think that there was really a car that I could really call a shit box there. Like, there were some goofier cars, but nothing that was really a shit box. Anyway, sadly, no one wanted to run it on the way home. Not a big deal. We're having some voltage issues with the car, so I'm going to go ahead and maybe take the alternator back to the place that rebuilt it and just see if they can test it a little bit more and see if it's good. Because we had a regulation issue before, and I think that's what's happening again. I'll do a poll, and then my battery will read like 15 or 16 volts for like a few seconds, maybe even a minute. And it's just, it's I don't like it. Don't like it. Not a fan. I want it to be 14.5 the whole time. Then I'm cool. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down below. Subscribe. And until next video, peace.